truth is that I wrote Mice when I'd only written one children's book. But it took so long to get Mice published that in the meantime, I ended up writing something like 13 children's books. So it took Mice about 10 years to get published. But my plan really was, because I studied literature, my plan was really to be a writer, to write novels. I used the writing to try and break into publishing. I suppose some of us are very good at dealing with conflict, and some of us aren't, and I've never been particularly good at dealing with conflict myself. And when I was a trainee solicitor, I had a little bit of bullying in the workplace, which I found very difficult to cope with. I didn't really know what to do, how to deal with this conflictual situation. And that made me start to think about this generally, and the way I thought that people, you could argue that people divide up into two camps, people that are sort of victims and people that are perpetrators. So I played with this idea of there being cats and mice. And I thought, what would happen if you took two mice, two very meek, mild women that had both been bullied in their life, and put them in a situation where they ended up resorting to extreme violence? How would that change them? And so really from thinking about that what if idea, then I began to get the idea for the novel. My favourite sentence in Mice comes towards the very end, and it's when the policeman is in the house, and he's sort of really looking for an excuse to leave, and it says, he looked around the lounge as if he was hoping a little dog would suddenly come bounding in and give him an excuse to change the subject. And I don't know, it's just always struck me as really funny. And it's like when you go to a party and nobody knows, people don't know each other very well, and it's all very awkward. And then the pet dog comes in and suddenly everybody's got some, they can all talk about the dog. No, look at the dog, what breed is he, and so on. So it's that kind of moment. He's desperately looking for something that would enable him to change the subject and move away from this silly little task that he's been sent on. But I think in the midst of all of that tension, it's great to throw in something that's humorous. And there is a lot of black humour, and I suppose that's just a line that just totally stands out for me. So it's very rare when you're writing that you write a sentence and you think, I really like that. You normally write a sentence and you think, that's not right, I've got to change that. And so when you actually do something, it's very, very rare, and you think, I actually like that sentence.